96.9 Boston Talks, Radio Row, Republican National Convention. Oh my God, we are thrilled. The legendary Ann Coulter is with us. Why didn't they put you up and give a speech last night? I mean, you want to deliver Mitt Romney to the American people. You are so passionate about what you do and your candidates. How did you develop this passion as a young person? How did you get into this whole passion about politics?
Oh, I came out of the womb denouncing, the price controls by Richard Nixon.
And I know you went to Cornell, so you're very smart. Go Big Red.
Go Big Red.
Go Big Red. Last undefeated hockey team in college history, 1969-70. But anyway, we'll
I'm
get
so
going.
glad you know that. When I was there, the football team was awful, but hockey, we killed.
Hockey ruled. All right, tell me why you're passionate about Mitt Romney, why you think he's going to deliver the goods in November.
Well, not only do I think he's a very good candidate to run, but to get to why I think he's going to be a great president, he's exactly what the country needs right now, the same way we needed Ronald Reagan in 1980. Back then, we needed to cut taxes. I mean, the highest marginal tax rate, what was it, like 90%? That is almost...
It was almost like France. You know what they're doing to the French and the 75% tax rate.
Yeah, if only they could immigrate here, but they can't because of Teddy Kennedy's 1965 immigration law, something else I'm hoping Mitt Romney will deal with. But we really need to cut spending now, cut the government. It's completely out of control. And I mean, that was my little quibble with my Love Chris Christie speech on Tuesday night. I don't think we should be taking...
He borrowed my suit, Chris Christie. Because, you know what I mean?
I don't think we should be taking the position that we're going to tell you the hard truths, life is going to suck under Republicans, but we'll tell you the truth. No, unless you're a useless government worker, overpaid, underworked, self-paced, unless you are that, life is going to be grand under a Republican.
Let me ask you this.
What you need
is
in
Mitt
Washington.
Romney really conservative enough for you?
Yes.
Was he your first choice last year? He was?
Yes.
And why? Because he's really not a conservative, do you think?
No, I think he is. I think he was absolutely as conservative as you could be in the Soviet Union, where you're from.
Right outside of Cambridge, called Medford.
No, I mean the whole state. And I mean, unless we're just going to pull out of the blue states and have to bail them all out, like where Germany has to bail out Greece now, we have to encourage people like Chris Christie and Mitt Romney to run in these states. And Mitt Romney was pretty conservative. He balanced the budget. He didn't raise taxes. Oh, they're hysterical about fees. I'm in favor of fees being raised. That is for a particular service you're getting from the government. Golfing fees, marriage licenses, fees to take the bar exam he raised. I think those should go through the roof. We don't need any more lawyers. But that isn't a tax. I'm so for what he did. And he's a Bain Capital guy, and we so need that in Washington. We have never had that in Washington.
Let me ask you about Generation Y, because this is probably a great opportunity for young people. Traditionally think 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, they're going to be liberal, but 1 out of 2 college graduates is coming out and they can't get a job. Tell me about the inroads you think that conservatives and Republicans can make with young people, college people.
After 16 years through high school and college of Chinese-style brainwashing, I think we're only going to get the smartest and most rebellious of them. But on the bright side, as you say, they're all out of work. So I say, ha, 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 ha.
And that's poking fun at the U.S. education system, I bet.
And another thing I loved about Paul Ryan's speech, I think it was the best line of his speech, the recent college graduates living at home in their old bedrooms staring up at their faded posters of Barack Obama. Oh, that was great.
Do you have any ideas about running yourself?
Never.
I mean, you have such a national perspective, you've got a national profile, and you're somebody who could make a difference, especially for women.
I thank you, but I do not think I have that crucial skill of a politician, diplomacy.
Because you think you'd reach out and stab somebody in the eye, and then you'd be doing, 6 to 10 somewhere, and then it would be the end of you.
No, but actually, I'll give you an example of why I couldn't do it. I do say whatever I think is true, as you do, and I mean, it's noticeable how MSNBC hosts are always trying to get elected Republicans on their shows so they can ask them about things like the birthers. Well, if you're how about we ask the Democrats about Al Sharpton? Do they think OJ was guilty?
What?
Can we ask them that?
Fair question.
No, if you're an elected politician, you're not going to insult someone who might vote for you, but we, as commentators, and as I consider my role as an Ayatollah, may instruct them that this birther thing is not correct. There are a lot of reasons to not like Barack Obama. It's not because he was he was not born in America. And by the way, sorry, I know I'm going on kind of a
No,
monologue.
go.
But one last point on that. I wish he were born in Kenya. He'd probably love America if he were an immigrant from Kenya.
You want to know what? They're great marathon runners. You know what I'm saying?
No,
We're
he
in
has
Boston.
the politics. Yes, also an excellent point. He has the politics of Bill Ayers. Bill Ayers, born and bred, entitled, wealthy, white family from white bread, Illinois. That is Barack Obama. It's not of a Kenyan immigrant. He'd love America if he were a Kenyan immigrant.
What do you think Mitt Romney needs to do? Because 50% of Americans don't think that Mitt Romney really understands their plight. What's he have to do tonight to come out and really introduce himself that the people know him well? Republicans have said all week long, wait till they really get to know Mitt Romney. But America does know Barack Obama, and that's one of the challenges Mitt Romney has.
Oh, I think that's one of the advantages he has. They know Barack Obama. So, I mean, I think, truthfully, I think all he needs to do is not come out and, have his head spin around and turn into Linda Blair in The Exorcist, and we're going to win. But I do think he's been giving better and better speeches since 2008. And I mean, a lot of people think he's not a very good speaker, but I've noticed every time they see him give a speech, I've heard this so many times. It was like when I used to come home from college every few months. Every time my father saw me, he'd say, "Hart, you've lost weight." And I told him, "Daddy, if I lost weight every time you saw me, I'd be negative now. You forgot how skinny I was." They don't know what a good speaker Mitt Romney is. So I've heard speech after speech, after Iowa, after New Hampshire, after a few other speeches, these famous ones he's given, people will say, if he had been giving speeches like that all along. No, you just didn't notice. He gives a good speech.
Like Al Gore's concession speech. If Al Gore had given that speech all along, he might have won in 2000. We would have never heard the hanging Chad.
That's right.
Hey, we are so lucky to have you. The great Ann Coulter here.
So great to talk
stopping
to
by
you.
Radio Row on 96.9
Oh, wait, one
Boston
point.
Talks.
Don't cut me off yet. New book comes out September 25th on racial demagoguery, just in time.
All right. Is there a website, and where can they get it?
Amazon, it's called Mugged Racial Demagoguery from the 70s to Obama.
All right. I hope you come back on with us and discuss it. We'd love to have you.
Yes.
Ann Coulter, ladies and gentlemen.